Josue back again with another video on Hear Me Raw. So today I want to make a quick little video about what I believe is the best medicine out there. This is the first thing that we should be looking forward to, that we should look towards when we need healing. See, we live in a very, I'm not going to say that we live in any type of world really, because honestly, life is what you make it. Truly, reality is what you make it. And the only reality that you need to really be focused on is your own. There's a lot going on out there, and you are not in control of it all. You cannot think of all the possible situations, and also what you want for the world may not be what's best for the world. So you don't really have to focus on what's best for the world. I think many of us out here, we are sick and we're looking for healing, and a lot of people, we go to like the doctors. We try to find healing outside of ourselves. The thing is, there's a flaw. There's a really big flaw in this, is that we are no longer taught to learn about ourselves, to truly learn about ourselves. Like, we learn about our body parts and our organs and what they do and so on and things like that. But we don't really learn about what powers them. Like, we learn about food and nutrients and everything like that. But now we look more for the nutrients than we actually look for the food. Like, we're always reading ingredients and things when we could actually eat natural food. And we don't even know, like, the quality of those ingredients is not even good anymore. We're eating meat, dairy, and eggs way too often. We shouldn't be eating that stuff at all. You know, we're no longer in tune with ourselves. Like, if you look at animals, like, they grow up in their environment. They get to learn. They get to be hands-on with everything that they do. They get to be hands-on. They get to do it. But what do? We grow up going to school. We grow up sitting down for long periods of times. We grow up reading books, formulas. You know, we get all this information, and somebody is controlling that information. We don't get to see everything and pick what we want. No, we get told what we're going to learn. We get told what book, what edition. You know, like, they're controlling this information. They are creating machines. They are creating robots. And we're not machines or robots. We are highly above that. You know, I believe that we have forgotten our power. Truly, we have forgotten our power. We have no idea how powerful we are, because we don't know anything about ourselves. Throughout my whole life, I knew nothing. I knew nothing truly about me. And I just pretty much knew what people said about me, and I took that to be the truth. And I believed everything I was told in school, and I believed what I was being told on TV, and things like that. And I believed in these man-made laws. And if you follow the man-made laws, which most of us do, your life is going to be a lot of struggling and a lot of pain, a lot of separation, a lot of loneliness, and that's what most of us are feeling now. So we have to get away from that. We have to get away from that. And there's an easy, simple solution to get away from that. It's not very easy to apply, because it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of willingness. It's basically a willingness to unlearn. You know, we have to unlearn everything that we have learned, and then go out there and actually experience life for what it is. Experience life with a new vision, a new perception. So this medicine that I speak of, the first medicine, this comes before anything else. This comes even before food, you know, because food isn't everything. Food is important. And I'm on this journey now because I changed my eating habits. My eating habits kind of kick-started it for me. You know, I was starting the journey, but when I changed my eating habits, that really kick-started my journey. But in order to even change your eating habits, something has to happen first. You have to love yourself enough to do so. Many people have found healing in a raw vegan lifestyle. Even if they don't stick to the raw vegan lifestyle forever, they're not 100% raw, but at a moment in time, they went 100% raw. They were eating raw foods, or they're eating a majority of raw foods, and they're able to reverse their diseases. You know, they can go on a vegan diet, a whole food, plant-based diet. They stay away from the processed stuff, stay away from the sugars, stay away from all this man-made things, and, you know, just allow nature to heal you. If you're able to do that, you'd be amazed at what your body can do. So that medicine is self-love. Self-love is the best medicine. Loving yourself 100%, accepting yourself 100%. This is what's necessary in order to get to the next level. This is what's necessary in order to really find yourself, your true self. Because who you are is not a sum of everything that's happened to you. Who you are is not what people have told you about you. You know? The laws, the man-made laws that we follow that bring us down to a pitfall, we can't live by those. There are universal laws. There are things happening around you all the time that are guided by these universal laws, that only if you knew these universal laws, you would truly understand how the world around you works, how your thoughts have an effect on it, how you play a crucial part in it. You're not just a bystander. Things are not just happening to you. Life is happening for you. You are totally involved in this. But it starts with self-love. It truly starts with self-love. Without self-love, you will not have the energy to really do anything, because you'll be too busy beating yourself down. You'll be too busy grabbing onto all the negative thoughts and all the negative things that people are saying about you. Then from there, you're grabbing onto all the negative news, all the gossiping, and you start putting people down. It's a cycle. It makes sense. A lot of times we can say, I don't get why this is happening. I don't get why that is happening. And I sometimes say that too, but I do get it. It makes sense. I've been there. We all do it differently, but a lack of self-love leads to disease. That's where it starts. It's a lack of love, a lack of unconditional love. You see, our love is now based on conditions. We have been conditioned to love conditionally. But that's not the case. If you look at trees, you look at nature, I think trees are one of the best examples. The oceans are a good example. Pretty much anything you see in nature has unconditional love. You know why? Because no matter what we do to it, no matter how much we destroy it and what the things that we do to it, the plants, they still give us air. The bees, even though we're hurting them, they still pollinate the flowers and they allow us to get our fruits and our vegetables and our food. We would be done without them. Could you imagine if the animals acted the way that the humans acted? Like if we messed up their stuff, they just stopped helping us out. We'd be long gone. You see, that's unconditional love. The kind of love that a mother has for her child. That's true love. Because that love is not based for condition. Of course, it can be messed up down the road as we get older. That love does become conditional. But we can always turn that around. But we gotta have that unconditional love for ourselves, because that unconditional love is everlasting. It'll never die. Because whatever the conditions are, that love is there. And we all have that love inside of us. We just knock it out. Because we forget that we are love. We forget that we are love and that all love is infinite. And all we have to really do is just keep giving it to ourselves. Keep cultivating it every day. Give yourself some love first thing in the morning. Give yourself some love. Be grateful for you. Be grateful that you woke up. Be grateful for your body. Be grateful for everything you see around you. Just show love. Show love to yourself. Show love. Put some love out in the universe. It will come back to you. Then you're living in a loving life. You're living a beautiful life. And this kind of medicine, if you do it, if you love yourself unconditionally and you pay attention to yourself, you give yourself some time, you're going out into nature, you're meditating, you're naturally going to want to do things that are good for you. You're going to know what things are not good for you, because you're going to raise your vibration. And once your vibration has risen, naturally you're going to stop doing some things. It's natural. There's no way you're going to be loving yourself, like truly loving yourself unconditionally, taking care of all that you are, physically, mentally, and spiritually. If you're doing that, there are just some things that you will not do. And one of those things is you will not want to kill yourself. You will not want to put chemicals all over your body. You're not going to want to be anybody but yourself. In order to be yourself, you have to have that self-love. And I truly believe that the fact that many people are not being who they are right now in this world, just based on the fact that we're not being who we are, we're not doing what we want, and we're not truly saying how we feel, we're not really expressing how we feel, because we're not doing that, that is death, and it's on right. Because if you look at the universe, it's all about expression. everything that you see, it's expressing itself. Except us. Humans, we're no longer expressing ourselves. We're expressing what we think the world wants us to express. We're expressing what we have been taught to express. Many times we're just expressing somebody else's vision, somebody else's ideas, somebody else's thoughts, while our own thoughts are just being pushed to the side because we don't think nobody wants to hear it. We don't think people are going to like it. We're afraid. Love, self-love, conquers fear as well, because love conquers everything. We don't need to go to doctors all the time. If you get shot, yeah, go to the doctor, go to the hospital. But for many of the things that we're going to the doctors for, getting cut up for, taking drugs for, all these things, a lot of them are preventable and reversible. So prevent it with self-love. Love yourself now. Love yourself now. Now is the time. There is no better time than now to start loving yourself. And you can do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you think, it doesn't really matter how much you hate yourself right now. Because trust me, a lot of us do. It's, I went through that for so long. And even when I was in my best physical state, I still didn't love myself. So it's not just a physical thing. It's a mental, it's everything. It's all connected. It's all important. But you, right now, in this moment, you can start to love yourself. You can just think about the things that you like about yourself. But also, look at your body and thank your body for everything that it has done for you. For allowing you to walk and talk and feel. For taking care of you. If you're a little overweight or anything like that, you're going through something, thank your body that it has still kept you alive. Your body could have died, but it changed itself. It adapted in order to keep you alive. So your body gets diseases, but that disease is better than death, isn't it? It's showing you that disease is there to show you that you're doing something wrong and that you need to change what you're doing. Whether it's with your thoughts, your actions, whatever it is, you need to change. It's telling you that you need to change. Your body is talking to you. Your body is helping you out. Your body gains weight to save your life. Everything that your body does is to keep you alive. That's literally what the body does. That is another example of unconditional love right there, is the love that your body has for you. Some of us spend our whole lives destroying our bodies. And then we say bad things about it. Now, that's not very nice. So let's start being nicer to ourselves, being nicer to our bodies. And once we start doing that, once we start loving ourselves, I'm telling you, everything changes. Because then you realize that the way you've been treating yourself is the way you've been treating everybody else around you, is the way you've been treating your car, is the way you've been treating your room, anything that you have. Everything stems from the relationship that you have with yourself. So that self-love, that's your insurance. That's what you need. That is something that will always help you, is to love yourself, is to take care of yourself. Because you wake up with yourself, you go to bed with yourself. You are really all that you have. And everything else that you see is a reflection of you. So handle that. Take care of yourself. You deserve it. And don't think that you don't have time. I hear that a lot, that you don't have time. But if you don't have time to take care of yourself, that's just, you're pretty much just walking to your deathbed. Think about it this way. If you're saying that you don't have time to take care of yourself, what does that really mean? We have to ask ourselves those hard questions. We have to truly face ourselves. We can't keep running away. You can't run away from yourself. If you don't face yourself, if you don't go through those hard times and go through those emotions, you're gonna be up all night. You think you're gonna sleep for 10 hours and wake up still tired because your mind was still running around with all those thoughts that you're trying to run away from. So face them, bring them to the light, take care of them, and then move on. It's not easy. You might cry, you might get angry, but you might as well face it. It's better than being emotionally constipated. You have to express yourself. You have to let go. Find somebody that you can talk to. You're not alone. And there's somebody out there waiting to hear about your problems, and that might have a solution for you. That might have a different perception of it. See, we have complicated things way too much. When we want to do something, when we think about something, we always talk ourselves out of it. Maybe we thought about asking somebody for help, and they were like, "No, I don't want to look weak. I want to look strong." Well, it actually takes strength to admit that you're not okay, and it's okay to not be okay. But you have to admit it first, and then you can find help. So it's really all about unlearning what we have learned, and learn and start brand new. Start like a child. It is good. I find it very good to be childlike in the way that I look at the world, because when I'm childlike, because I have a daughter, she's 3, and I learned so much from her. Ever since she's entered my life, I am so much happy just because I watch her. And at first, I used to question her all the time. Why do you do these things? Like, what's so exciting about this? Like, why? But then I get it. She has that will. She has that zest for life. She's really happy to be alive. She's really enjoying life. And I don't want to rip that out of her. So instead, I'm letting her change me around. So it's very nice. Like, I look at the world as a beautiful thing. Beautiful things are happening around me. I am beautiful. Everybody that I see is beautiful. I get plenty of hugs, plenty of love, plenty of encouragement. I put out a lot of love. I put out so much love out there that it just comes back, and it's just amazing. And before, I was putting out the opposite of that, and I never really got love. But now that I'm putting out love, I get love all the time. So that is my medicine. That is where it starts for me. That is what keeps me going. If I stop taking care of myself, I can tell that every other aspect of my life changes for the worse. But then I start loving myself again, start doing the affirmations, the meditations, the working out, the expression, then I'm good. So that's my video for the day, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're taking care of yourself. If you're not, start now. If you like this video, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.